guys. Thank you for everybody still following me and subscribe. Please subscribe and like these videos. I would really appreciate it. So I recently got hurt. I kind of got upset and I punched a glass window, and I cut my wrist. And luckily I lived, and it cut my wrist, and it was really gross. And my arteries, like, I don't know if it were my arteries, but it's something like gushing out, like squirting out blood. It was so gross. And I grabbed a kitchen apron and I tourniqueted off. Luckily, I had medical training because I don't know if I would have been as calm as I was through the situation. But I just wanted to show you guys my healing process. So I'm not going to take off the suture because my doctor asked me not to undress the wound, but it's been over 2 weeks now. Well, I think it's been over 2 weeks now, and a bit sanitary. So, and I have medical training again. So, just if your doctor tells you not to do it, like, don't do it. Don't follow my doing. But so this is what it looks like. This was not intentional. I love my life. I would never try to commit suicide. This was not a suicide attempt. I injured one tendon, which was a main tendon. It goes up and down. My doctor explained, which is why my hands is still, like, a lot of it is like I can move my pinky and this finger mostly, but these 3 fingers are still very, like, somewhat numb. Like, I cannot move them. I have hardly any I can barely, like, use them. So that's been very tough. Being a woman, I cannot clip my own bra on, so I've been sports brawling it. It's hard to grab stuff. It's hard to walk my dog. It's been hard to do a lot of stuff, but I've had a lot of help. I really appreciate everybody that's helped me. So yeah, so today I'm just cleaning it up. I already undressed the wound. Like I said, I'm not going to take the suture off because so there's like a little tiny string right here. I don't know if you can see it. I thought it was my hair. I was like, that is a sloppy job. But no, it's not. It's actually the stitch. And I was like tugging on it for a second. And I was like, ow, that hurts. I was like, oh, that must be the actual stitch. So it looks more like fishing line now that I look at it, not my hair. But yeah, so just before I started the video, I just cleaned it up. As you can see in the sink, there's like a lot of dead skin. I'll probably go to my local beauty supply store and get like one of those scrubs that they use on the pedicures to clean my hands up, because my nails have had like no love. And get all this dead skin off. To get some of the dead skin off, I've been using peroxide. So I've been putting peroxide pretty much from my wrist down to clean the suture and my hand. And then I just rub the dead skin off like around my hand to try to keep it sanitary around. I'm also, while I was taking off the bandages, this bandage was on top of the suture. And it was just tape with gauze. And then I had a lot of gauze on top. And having a lot of hair on my arms, being white, it was a struggle. Because, ow. Like, if you're white and you pull a Band-Aid off your arms and you don't shave your arms, like, it hurts. So I'm just rubbing my skin after I pour the peroxide on, just to try to get all the dead skin off. And then I'm going to wash my hands. I'm also using a warm rag. Make sure all the rags that you're using are sanitary. I've made sure that I don't have any dog hair. Like, my dog shits so much. So I'm making sure that there's no dog hair around me while I'm doing this. I'm sitting in an office chair at the sink in the bathroom in my hotel room. See, oh my god, like, look at my fingers. They're like shedding like a snake. It's gross. Anyways, so yeah, so I'm just trying to get all the dead skin off. You know, it's always good to have sanitary, you know, sanitation is good. Try to get all the dead skin off, because, you know, it probably helps. It makes me feel better. So I thought I already got off most of the dead skin, but there's still a lot coming off. My fingers are so swollen still, especially these three. So after I got out of the hospital, I actually moved the locations, because the location I was in is kind of, I wouldn't say toxic, but it was just like, you know, I feel like I needed to change the scenery a little bit. And oh look, I just noticed that I still have cuts right here on the side of my hand right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some peroxide on those, make sure that they're cleaned well. They're kind of turning white, so I'm gonna let the peroxide do its job. Pour some more. Today I'm also using, I got this at the local drugstore, and it's antiseptic cleaning. So it's always good to use it after you clean the wound properly with peroxide. It's really good to use. And it doesn't sting like peroxide, but peroxide is very important to use because that kills, like, the bacterias that you don't need. So, because there's still a lot of blood on my hands. Like, I don't blame the hospital, because their main focus was my wrist. So, and nice and clean, because I don't want any of these pieces of skin falling into this area when I'm bandaging it up. So I was thinking about getting a manicure, but it's probably too soon. There's so much dead skin falling off. It's really gross. Yeah, I'm being very careful, because any too much movement with these fingers could cause the ligament that I tore, or the tendon that I tore. So I tore one tendon, 8 ligaments, and 1 capillary, I believe. So if these hands, they're connected to a tendon that goes up and down your arm. So are the other fingers, but I didn't damage that one, luckily. So as you can see, it goes this way. So I imagine that if it went this way, then it would have damaged these fingers as well. So right here, there's a tendon that goes in here, and it goes all the way up your hand and helps you move your fingers to do stuff, daily life stuff, you know. And shout out to people at CHOMP, which is Carmel Hospital, Carmel Community Hospital, something. Anyways, Carmel Hospital, Monterey, Carmel. I shout out to them. I really appreciate them. They have been so nice and helpful through my time. From the nurses to stayed with me 24 hours to make sure that, like, you know, I had help to get up, make sure I didn't pass out going to the bathroom, helping me eat, helping me open my juice and my applesauce, asking me if I wanted any food. And it was really actually a nice hospital. They actually had really good food. They had the people come, it was like a concierge, and have you, like, they offered you like 2 different things, like what you wanted to eat that day for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They'd come the day before and like offer it, especially for people that couldn't really use their hands. Like I'm right-handed too, so it's been really hard to use my phone or anything. So yeah, so now that this is clean, I'm gonna put the antiseptic cleansing liquid on top as well, and then I'm gonna dap it dry. I'm gonna let it sit there for a second, do any extra cleaning that it needs to do. Pretty deep cut, dude. It was so gory. There was blood everywhere. It was disgusting. And like, I don't know how I didn't pass out. Like, it was like about like a 12-minute drive, and I was just holding it. And the worst part was, like, I guess like when you cut your hand, I never really noticed it, but like if you cut your finger or something, like you can feel like your heart pumping through like the cut or whatever. Well, imagine that and through your wrist. Like it was like pumping hard, and it was low-key nauseating how hard it was pumping. And I didn't realize that was what it was. The suture's kind of coming off a little bit, but I'm not gonna take it off yet. I'm gonna actually go to a hospital for that part, because they told me not to take it off. And from the look of it and from my medical training, like the stitches aren't ready to come off yet, I believe. So I think that maybe probably another week and a half, the stitches may be ready to come off. But I just wanted to clean the wound, make sure it's clean, make sure there's no dog hair in here, because literally my dog sheds like a mofo. and just clean it up, put some ointment on it. So I'm going to use some triple antibiotic ointment over the suture again, once again. So it might not even get to the wound, but it doesn't hurt to put a little bit on it to help to aid the healing process. Plus I have a lot of cuts around it that I can use ointment on. So there's some cuts right here on my hand, and I didn't really realize those. And then there's a little tiny cut outside the bandage right here. Get that. And then I'm just gonna put a strip ointment along the suture. And the suture has holes in it for like breathing, so this ointment I'm sure will get to the cut and aid the healing process. I really wish they would have shaved my arm though when they did this, because so here's the excess suture, I think. That might be the hair. I don't know, I'm not gonna pull it, because when I pulled the other piece, it looked like a fishing line. I thought it was my hair. I was like, oh. And that's how I knew it wasn't ready to take the other suture off. Like, it shouldn't be super tender, or even, you shouldn't be able to feel it tightening it. Like, I could feel it tightening the skin. So I'm gonna leave it on a little bit longer. I'll probably have the hospital take the suture off and add a new one if they need to. So I just covered the complete damaged area with triple antibiotic ointment. This is what they had over it. I'm gonna put a regular band-aid with like a big one over it. This came from the hospital, so I'm gonna put this actually over it, but I'm not sure. I might throw some gauze on the bottom of it first. So I'm gonna cut this gauze. Where the hell did it go? Oh Lord. No. Fuck. Okay. I got lucky. Again, you want to try to keep everything clean. My arm right here while I do this. I love when my stuff that I know disappears. Maybe it's on the counter, but I have no idea what happened to my scissors, dude. Again, it's not looking good enough. I have no idea what the fuck just happened to my scissors. So, I think I have more gauze actually. I'm not sure if this is the same size. No, it's shorter. Okay, good. So, no, it's not. Jesus Christ. Hold it. Put it right here. And they gave me medical tape. And I really love this medical tape because it's so easy to tear, especially only having one hand. It's great. Except for sometimes it tears when you don't want it to. See, that just got dirty. Fuck. You know what? I'm just gonna wrap this around because sometimes I let this breathe, and this might be better just to have when I'm letting it breathe. Get this out of here since it's dirty. Okay. Now I'm going to tape it without the cap. And I just shaved my arm to prevent any further hair pulling when I decide to clean my wound. That shit hurts. I'm gonna tuck it so it's even all the way around and a little bit more cushion. Then I'm gonna add one more tape on the outside. And then I'm done. And then I have a tourniquet that I wear often, most of the time. But I like to let it breathe because my wounds need to breathe. This tape here is so easy. I love it. It's kind of awful taping job. I think I'm going to take it off and just tape this part so it stays closed. Or maybe tuck it. There, so I take the top part where I closed, where I finished it, and then I tape the top. This looks kind of crazy, but I mean, it's good. It's closed. And it's way cozier than it was. And yeah. So, like I said, if your doctor tells you not to unwrap it and clean it yourself, I would not do it unless you have medical training. So yeah, thank you for following me, you guys. Please, if you're not following me, subscribe. Please subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button and repost if you like to. Thank you for all your guys' love. I appreciate it.